Recording. Can you see it okay?
I can see it. Yes, can you?
Can you read it?
I can.
Don't move the thing.
Why are you moving the thing?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, honey.
Be a professional, honey. Be a professional.
Welcome, then.
To Driving to the Res
With
Inelia and Larry. The podcast for creators of light.
Looking to co-create an awesome experience on Earth.
Exploring together high-frequency ways to create wealth, health, community, and relationships.
And in this episode,
we talk about buying, owning, and renting houses, land, and stuff. What do you think about that?
Well, it's an intro.
It is. We did great.
It didn't feel as memorized like welcome
to another episode
of Driving to the Res
with your favorite hosts,
Larry and
Inelia.
I think we need to incorporate what we're used to.
We incorporate what we used to, yes.
We need to incorporate what we're used to with the things that we want to write about.
Yes, exactly.
I think it's a good idea to talk about what we're going to talk about.
Absolutely, yes.
Seems good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Inelia, you and I were driving to the Res.
We were.
Talking about the energy around our connections to the land and homes we own or rent.
We were, indeed. The conversation came about because the concept of buying or selling houses and land has a lot of attention and massive amounts of capital and chi are involved.
I know. I'm always stunned, honestly.
You are?
When we're driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Like even to the Res.
Uh-huh.
We pass by. That's a dream house. That's their dream house. That's their dream house. That's their dream house. Their grass, their house, their plants, their fence, their paint, their, like all the stuff.
All the things.
It's like everything all wrapped up there.
Yes.
And I'm always amazed because there's that many of those.
Yes.
Like an almost unlimited number of those.
Yes.
So the energy and the connections we develop or fail to develop, really, when we own or live somewhere become apparent once you know what to look for.
Indeed. Yes. Yes. There are various energies to look at when it comes to how and why we connect with the places we own and pay for. I will make a short list of the ones that I feel are the most relevant for us to be aware of so that our lives can take that extra step into expanding awareness and joy.
I was just thinking.
You were?
Yeah.
What?
Whenever you look at something and it says, the 6 things to look for. You know, it's like exciting and I want to look for.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to call it out, honey. Make it the, how many things? 5, 6.
Oh, you called it. You called it.
The 6 things you need to know.
There are the 6 things that you need to know about buying and selling a place. And actually, this is also relevant for places that you used to live.
Right, it is. Okay. Yeah. So go for it.
Okay.
What are the top 6 things?
The top 6 things.
To, be aware of.
So you can expand your awareness and joy. Okay. Number 1.
You want me to read them?
Yes.
We are a connecting, and connected species. This means that our natural state as human beings...
No, you missed it. That we naturally and continuously connect. Oh, no, you're in the top line. You were right. This means that our natural state as human beings.
Oh, my goodness. Let me start over with that, okay?
Okay, perfect.
We are... Here, help me hold my hand, honey. Connect with me for a minute.
All right, I'm connecting with you, honey.
Okay.
Yes.
We are a connecting, and connected species.
We are.
That means our natural state as a human being, both at a physical body level and a soul level, is that we naturally and continuously connect with our environment, other people, and beings.
Yes.
That connection can be huge or small, but it's never absent. We're always connected.
Yes, we are.
Okay, you can read the second one.
Okay. Solid objects such as houses, land, and the items on them, and the things we own, as well as the beings already there, such as animals, insects, and non-corporeal beings, become our charges. In other words, we become able to respond to them and for them. We become responsible for them.
Mm.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yes. And plants
Because you
also.
think,
We didn't talk about plants, but
and the
plants
plants,
also.
right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you become responsible for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're able to respond, as in you're the creative force there. Yes.
Except for if we're talking about blackberry bushes, in which case they are.
For you.
Yes.
They treat me very well.
They are.
Mm-hmm. 3.
When we purchase a property, even if we have a loan on it, and I got this a little sideways to listen, the property becomes our responsibility. It will also start vibrating at our personal frequency.
Yes.
If we buy with others, the frequency will be like a harmony that includes all the people who've purchased it with us and hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
When we purchase it through a lender, the energy of the lender is not in the land.
No.
Unless the person fails to pay for the loan, at which point the lender becomes the owner, and then their frequency takes it over.
Yes, that's how it works.
I thought the lender was part of the harmony, but only if you don't pay.
Because they own the loan, not the actual property.
Loan, not the
Unless
land.
you don't pay, and then
Then they own the loan.
Yeah, then they own
the land.
The land, yeah.
So liens and whatnot, they don't count as I'm responsible for the property.
No.
Okay. 4. How about if you rent it?
When we rent a place, the same is true regarding frequencies, but only for the period we pay for the location. This is true whether it's a hotel room for a night or a 10-year lease on a house. The difference is that the place also carries the energy of the owners, and we are bound by the contract and agreements of our habitation. It would be closer to the frequency of group ownership. Depending on the freedom that the owner gives the tenant on their contract, the frequency can be larger or lesser from the tenant as compared to the owner.
So it's variable.
It's variable, depending on
your
the contract, on the owner, and the whole situation.
There's-
If you're renting a room in a house that belongs to another person,
And the person even lives there.
and the person lives there, then it's your room, and sometimes not even your room has your full ownership, right, for the period that you're paying for. At other times, it's like if you're renting the whole house, that would be different. And again, it's like, how long are you renting it for? And how many of the objects, like if you rented a house and it was completely empty, you had to bring all your stuff in, the frequency in that house is going to be more you than the owner. But if it's fully furnished, and let's say it's like a Airbnb or something like that, you're going to be there for like a week or maybe a month, or a hotel or something, then it's mostly the owner's frequency. Yeah.
And this is important for a variety of reasons, but these are the top 6 things. So 5, when we move out of the place, whether it's because we're selling it, our lease is up, or over,
Yeah.
we have to prepare energetically to pull our frequencies out of it.
Yes.
Prepare the place for the next owner or the tenant, and prepare ourselves for our next place.
Yes.
The topic of what to do for the healthy and supportive buying and selling of a property is going to be covered in a class we're going to have in July.
Yes, 2023.
Yep, July 2023. Mm-hmm. So if you're buying a house, selling a house,
renting a house, moving out of a house, you're staying in hotels a lot of times or whatever,
you're going to want to take this
class.
class.
Yep.
6.
As we become aware of the connection at a physical, energetic, emotional, mental, and ethereal level, we're then more prepared to both connect with these places as well as to release connections we sometimes still have with previous places we've owned or lived at, including those places we lived as children.
Yeah, the children one. I mean, I have connections to the places that I grew up, more so than the actual house, but certainly the location. Yeah.
Like a city or town.
Yeah.
Nice. A very simple and effective exercise you can do right away to cleanse your house and your present space. You can do that physically and also energetically. The video where I cleanse a hotel room with Daniela is a great one for you to do for your new home or anywhere you're renting for a day, even. Or even if you're living there like for 10 years, I would suggest you do it.
Yeah, it's like do that video for your house that you're living in forever.
Yeah.
Or when you're going to a hotel, just give it a try.
Yeah.
That's the cleansing
Yes.
clapping one.
Yes.
The link's going to be in the
Yes.
show notes, or you can. How would you just search for it?
Yeah.
How would you?
I think we're going to have it in the show notes,
Mhm.
so it'll be easy to find.
Okay.
Let me know how your connection to your home or room feels before and after the cleansing exercise. You can share it at our Telegram channel and our Substack page this article appears on. Or with Subscribestar, where you can also listen to the full podcast about this topic.
I'm sure Adelina and Ilia are going to have a lot of
Fun
talking about what comes up. Oh, we have a sponsor this time.
Yes. Wait, we're not done though.
We're not?
No.
Why not?
Because I'd like to talk about it some more.
Oh, but we're not leaving.
No,
we
we're
just have
not
a sponsor.
leaving.
We could talk about our sponsor in the middle, can't we?
Yeah, we can have a sponsor in the middle.
Okay, go.
Go.
Let's talk about our sponsor.
Our sponsor's you!
You're it.
You're it.
And it's not for a lack of sponsors wanting to be our sponsor.
Right.
We're just very selective.
We're very selective.
We're only interested in you.
You. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you can sponsor us by going to Subscribestar.
Yes, you can. Or Substack even.
Yep.
But if you go to Subscribestar, you're going to get the second hour.
You are. It's
And
very
you can even
interesting.
get a class a month.
Mm-hmm.
And replays of the last, I don't know however much classes, 6 or 8.
A lot of classes.
And some of those classes are stunners.
I think all of them are actually.
Some of them are more stunning than others.
I think they're all super stunners.
Well, you may be right.
Which one would you say was your favorite?
The Enlightenment one.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
that
that's
one very
really
much.
good. Yes, very
Yeah.
good. Very good. Mm-hmm. I don't have
I wish
a
I
favorite.
had
They're all
that
really
one.
good.
I wish I'd had that one before I was, wandering around trying to figure things out.
Mm.
Because it's not that the wandering around and trying to figure things out was actually terrifically productive. It was mostly distractive.
It can become very distractive.
And so having that class and knowing, at least the lay of the land,
Mm-hmm.
that was so helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about connecting and connected in houses and land and renting. And what was it you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I remember I have a little story
Okay.
that I like to share. When we first got together, honey, remember?
Oh, yes. Are you talking about our beach cabin?
Yes, our
Jeez.
beach cabin.
Our cabin on the beach?
So we didn't have anywhere to live.
We we did have somewhere to live, but you wouldn't live there.
Oh, your mom's backyard camper?
Oh, yeah. It was my camper in my mom's backyard.
Yeah, no. And it wasn't a nice camper. It didn't have a bathroom. It didn't have water.
It did have a bathroom. It just never hooked it up. Well, I never tried it.
Anyways, let's
didn't
not
have
argue
any
about
water.
it. And it was a mess.
It was
It was
an
a-
altar.
It was a mess.
It was a man room.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but it was a mess. Like, I'm not staying here.
I'm not
Get me
staying
out of here. So Larry found us this beautiful little cabin that were empty because the season was out of season
Yeah.
at the res. And they have like a whole bunch of cabins all next to each other as
It's a resort.
resort. As a resort.
Well, we'll call it a resort, but it's really, tiny house cabin types.
yeah. They were
A series
pretty.
of 10 of them right on the beach.
And they said, okay, you can only stay here like a
Couple of months.
couple of months because the season opens and then you have to leave. And I thought that's marvelous, fantastic.
It was a perfect solution
It's
to our temporary
beautiful.
problem.
Yeah. And so I went in. The first thing is I unpacked, put everything in drawers, everything. And I put all my little pretties all over the place. And then
I was breathing a little bit strongly.
a nice scarf over the TV.
I remember.
And incense, started burning incense.
It's like you fully moved in.
Yes. And he was like, they're going to be upset.
What are you doing?
Like the cleaning ladies are going to be upset. So the cleaning ladies are going to love it. They're going to think it's awesome. And they did. They thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the story of the difference between you go in, you cleanse it, you claim it, and it's yours. And you make it, you connect with the place. That house was so happy. That little cabin was so happy.
It actually truly was.
Yeah.
And I was not in the sort of mind to be enjoying it because I was worried about not now.
Mm.
I wasn't going to connect with it. This is temporary. I'm not staying here long. I'm not going to. It was like the idea of having a cabin on the beach is idyllic, really.
It is kind of idyllic,
And I
yes.
forgot to actually enjoy it.
You did not
forgot to
enjoy it,
actually
not
connect.
even one day.
Not even one day. It felt... That was the consequence of not connecting. I mean, I was connected, but in a sort of a negative way, right?
In a negative way, yeah. This is not ours. We're going to have to live in 2 months, and then and I haven't got nowhere to go. We don't have a home. We're homeless. It's like, we're not homeless. We're in this beautiful cabin at the beach. Get up in the morning, sun on your feet, go for a walk, and it's all empty because it's winter. It was really, really nice.
It was really nice.
Super nice. But not for you. You had an awful time. Mm-hmm.
I have gotten better since then.
You have?
Yes. Now it's the opposite problem.
Oh, yeah?
Now I can't disconnect.
Oh.
Once we have it and it's ours, it's just forever ours.
Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that. Yes, yeah. I have seen that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when we first got together, you had a thing about owning houses and land. You said, no, you mustn't own anything.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Even the concept of owning.
That's what you said.
You're just borrowing it for a while.
Right, yeah.
So don't spend all your energy on that. Use your energy on other things, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. How do you feel about those sentences now that you're saying them again?
They were very effective at keeping me from owning anything.
Yeah. And what's part of the owning process? What does it do to your frequency and power?
Apparently, it increases your power.
Yeah, it does.
Exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
And your ability to transmit and be your frequency,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm stunned, really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How much land do you own now?
We went from one extreme to the other extreme.
Yes.
Now we have more beds than we can sleep in.
Yes, more fridges that we can keep clean.
We can keep the food fresh in.
Yes, that's true.
Let's go check our fridge over there, honey.
Yes.
What food did we leave in that fridge? Oh, no. What about this fridge?
Here. And what about the other one?
It's a good thing we have a lot of friends at the Shaman Shack fridge.
Yes, yes.
That keeps that fridge cleaned out.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Speaking of fridges, our fridge on our camper is needing to be checked.
Yes, it does.
Yes. How about the fridge at the res?
I know.
And Ilaria's fridge?
Oh my gosh, I checked it out the other day.
So Ilaria's fridge is okay. Oh, good. What about our fridge outside by the puppy dogs?
I don't know. I don't do that one.
Fridge?
That's yours.
Yeah, so we do not have a fridge at Fossil Beach.
Not anymore.
We used to.
Yes, we used to have a fridge at Fossil Beach, but we don't anymore.
Right. Well, we have land. We've expanded our concepts of owning land even, right? Here we have land that we own together. Mm-hmm. Another place we have land that I have the name on because it's the reservation. Another place we have land, like the boat we have in both of our names. Mm-hmm. And the camper, I don't remember who's what.
It's yours.
Might be my camper and might be your trailer or something like that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And the Fossil Beach we have with 10 friends.
Yes.
Yes, and the Shaman Shack, it's in our name, but we also share responsibility with
a community.
Mm-hmm. So we're exploring a lot of ways to enjoy this and express and experience these lands.
We have, indeed, yeah.
And this one at the top of the hill, which is kind of funny, we've isolated ourselves to some degree. The one that we only own, it's got a fence around it with bears and cougars.
Forests.
Beastie dogs, and we're way on the top of a hill, and there's a hole in the road, so you can't get through
get up
it.
There. Yeah, unless you have a 4-wheel drive.
Yep.
You can't get up the driveway.
And we have a decoy house on the road.
Yes.
Think you're there and you're not.
Yeah. We have no mailbox.
So we are the original lone wolves together.
Yes. It's so funny.
We collect a lot of lone wolf friends.
We do. I think at our community, at the Shaman Shack, and the frequency of the community and the land and the Fossil Beach land, very lone wolf. Yes. And funnily enough, we had a lone wolf come to see us.
Yes,
the other day from Walk With Me Now.
It was so fun.
Yeah. She fits it right in as far as I'm concerned. Right in.
She lived there forever.
Yes. Yeah.
She just sat in a chair and got a plate of food and dug in like she'd been here for 10 years.
Got prezzies and
brought presents and delicious tea.
Yes.
Yep. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
But she had been lone wolfitis for the last year or so.
Oh, 10 years? 20 years or something? For a long time.
Only a few hours away from us.
Not for a year, honey.
No,
I think that's
longer.
her life. Her life, yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, though, our Sunday dinners
yes.
are pretty... I mean, we do meet during the week, like with different individuals in the community.
Mm.
There can be some weeks that we only see everybody on Sunday.
Yeah.
So the image, I think, and the feeling that people get when they come to the community and they meet us on Sunday is not really reflective of what we're like, because this is a community of lone wolfers and most people stay in their place for the whole week and do their own thing and whatever. So then maybe have a couple of activities during the week together, but
More often than not, no.
More often than not, no, we don't.
No.
We don't hang out.
Thank goodness for your idea to have Sunday dinner, or else we would be lone wolves for reals.
For reals, yes.
Yeah.
It felt important at the time. I know you complained and kicked and screamed about it.
Yeah, it's like, come
on.
Oh my
gosh, you complain so much.
Do we really have to, honey?
Yes.
We do.
We do.
And thank goodness we do.
Yeah.
Because that does make the glue.
It does.
It does make the glue. So I would highly suggest it if you have a community of lone wolves around you who are stuck in their lone wolfiness.
Yes.
You gotta have a required once a week meeting of some kind.
Yeah.
And a dinner is fine.
And connecting with your land
Connect with your land
right?
together.
Yeah.
Have food together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having food together, sharing food together is very important.
And then, of course, you take it to the next level, as we just listened to 1 through 6. You apply that connection to where you are too.
Exactly, yes.
You connect, and then you and they connect.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, well, you know.
All right, before we go, are we going? Did you feel complete, darling?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, we can talk about this for a while longer, but I think it'll be fun to talk with Ilia and Adelina about it.
They've had a long trips from Romania to the US, so there's a lot of change involved in different houses and styles and whatever's, right?
Yeah, they were lone wolfies.
Yes.
And they got married.
Yes.
And they were like
lone wolf together.
Yes. And then they had a baby, and they lone wolfed with the baby. Yeah. They bought some land, and then they moved. And They had quite the journey.
They have. They still are.
They still are. They're still right smack dab in the middle of it.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
So before we go, again, let's talk about you, our sponsors. You can make this podcast possible and help us spread this information for those who want to co-create the light paradigm. Become a patron of the light. Get the full second hour of the podcast and the monthly class by joining the Star Drive into the Rest community. Link in the show notes. Or go to Subscribestar directly and search for Inelia Benz.
You'll find it.
You'll find it.
Oh, there's Brad. Brad changed your name, honey.
Oh.
Inelia
Boyquizence. Yeah.
Boyquizence.
Yes.
Nice, Brad.
And we will continue this conversation with our co-hosts, Ilia and Adelina, and their experiences of moving not only from their house, but from the country too.